Welcome back to Tech Stack. In this video, we'll explore the different layers of clean architecture and understand how they work together to create scalable and maintainable applications. At the core of clean architecture lies the domain layer, the innermost layer. This layer contains the application's core entities and their specifications. For example, the domain layer includes models that represent our database tables, commonly referred to as domain entities. These entities define the core business rules and logic, independent of any external frameworks or technologies. The next layer that wraps around the domain layer is the application layer. This is where we place all of our business logic, the rules that dictate how the application behaves. The application layer also helps enforce separation of concerns by keeping interfaces separate from their implementations. Now, when I say interfaces, I don't just mean the programming construct. We'll explore what this really means as we dive deeper into the course. Think of this layer as the brains of your application, coordinating tasks without being tightly coupled to any external frameworks or systems. Wrapping around the application layer is the infrastructure layer. This layer deals with external concerns, things like databases, email services, file storage, and any third-party services your application depends on. In this layer, we'll include components such as database migrations DB context, if you're using Entity Framework, and repositories, if you choose to implement the repository pattern. The infrastructure layer provides the actual implementations for the interfaces defined in the application layer, allowing us to keep our core logic clean and independent of specific technologies. Finally, the outermost layer is the presentation layer. This layer is responsible for handling user interactions and user input. It's what the end user directly interacts with. The presentation layer should be designed to be easily replaceable, meaning it shouldn't contain any tightly coupled business logic. In a net core application, this layer typically includes the web application itself, with controllers, views, or APIs. However, these controllers rely on the inner layers, especially the application layer, to retrieve business logic and data, which they then return to the user interface. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe and share.